All right, welcome in everybody. Welcome in to Chalk, Mindswept, Got You Sauce, Nathan. Hope you're all doing well. Oh, Matt, sorry I missed you on our YouTube. But we're about to get started with our Zone Battle Community Showcase. If you have not already registered to play and you want to play, all skill levels are welcome. Join the Discord at discord.gg/enhance, and we're always looking for new people. With that being said, we're going to start off with a high-level matchup here, maybe for time's sake. So, yeah, we're going to get going real quick. We usually ramp it up to those high-level matches, but yeah, looking forward to tonight's showcase. Welcome in, Mikey. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. Arc needs to play their match first. Are they in a ranked match? Cool. Well, once they're in the lobby here, we'll get started. Yippee, says Matt. That was not me, that was Matt. Yeah, things are good here. I'm ready for the weekend. It's been a busy week. I don't know if anyone else has had a busy week. There's an ebb and flow when it comes to what I do, but this week was busy. No, I mean, we can't do it. Oh, got it. Well, yeah, once ArcFox is in here, we'll get going. Let's bring up the chat. How's everyone doing here? I'm still in Canada until next week. Oh, ArcFox is in here. You're only going to see my face in YouTube chat for just a moment. Let's hop into it. All right, so we're going to have ArcFox versus Knighting, an electrifying match to start the night. And like I said, we're always looking for new players. Do not be intimidated by these two. They put in a lot of time and effort into the zone battle. And yeah, per usual, if anyone has any questions, I'm going to try my best to explain some of the nuances of the zone battle game mode and what makes it different than other Tetris game modes. But if anything is unclear, there's plenty of pros in the chat and in the Discord chat. So do not be shy. We're always happy to help new players if you're trying to pick up something new or if something is unclear when it comes to zone battle. Knighting triggering that zone right when the T-spin started. ArcFox was first, so ArcFox has a chance to get this quarter zone going in order to survive following a massive zone from Knighting if that were to occur, right? I think ArcFox is in the clear here. Oh, there is that massive zone. So there we go. Because ArcFox entered that zone first, got that quarter zone, was able to negate that massive attack from Knighting, and had a nice counterattack. So pretty much even here. Knighting with a minor lead when it comes to zone charge. Had a lot of resources there to send some firepower back towards ArcFox. Kind of an awkward stack here. Probably just zoning to kind of clean through it. Can maybe still get a decent line bonus with the speed in the mix here. And ArcFox, yeah, had to trigger that burst, not that burst, luminous moment. Had to trigger that that zone early. That's funny. All right, so Knighting entering phase 3, as we see with the ding and the music kind of intensifying. From now on, the garbage. So there are 3 phases in zone battle. You enter phase 2 when either player scores 20,000. It sets phase 2 for both players. Or when either player hits 60,000, phase 3 is entered for both players. And phase 3 is really messy garbage, takes longer to charge your zone, and zone depletes faster. So kind of like an overtime mode. Thank you, Nathan, for satisfying the command there. All right, so 30 seconds in here, both players already have that max zone. Clever J-spin there from Knighting. Should find their way into the open well sooner than later. Fortunately, I think was a little high up there and had to enter, or had to exit zone early, excuse me. See if there's enough wiggle room here. This is going to be close. That double Z piece prop to the left, not helping anything. All right, so ArcFox get into 2-0 here to kick off the stream today. GG's. All right. Yeah, painful misdrops there. Okay, so I think we have Rhythm and Nathan up next. Rhythm, our resident VR player. We have a few of them out there. Who else comes to mind? Like Night Hunter and Double Bubble Trouble. Some other active MetaQuest players. Then we have Nathan, who has been a regular in our recent showcases. Both people have been regulars, and correct me if I'm wrong, Nathan and Rhythm, but hopefully you're improving as well as these weeks go by. I feel like I've definitely seen it from Nathan. But yeah, anyone have any fun weekend plans coming up? Aside from the weekend ritual, of course, or the full moon event in multiplayer. And or playing any new games. I'm due for a new game. I'm still playing Elden Ring Night Rain. I don't know if anyone's played that here. But yeah, we do have a full moon hangout tomorrow. I misspoke last week. Sorry for those that were looking forward to the full moon hangout last Saturday, but we will have it tomorrow. So if you are interested in hopping in the enhanced Discord voice chat while you're playing some Connected versus lobbies, definitely do so. All right, so it looks like Nathan is in here, just looking for Rhythm. Once Rhythm gets loaded up. Taking a while to find the room. Oddly, it'll reboot. Okay. We'll wait for you, Rhythm. All right, Rhythm's in here from Quest Country. And Nathan, once you're ready, I'm ready. Good luck, have fun, both of you. Alrighty. Oh, side preference. It's yeah, I'm not sure. Do any of you have a preference on which side you want to play on in Zone Battle? Like left or right side? I personally don't have a preference, but I guess that is nice. A nice gesture from Nathan. I guess some players prefer the left side, typically, right? Does anyone prefer right side? You prefer the right side, interesting. Yeah, I guess I never really think about it. I feel like I've heard people say they prefer left, and because you like practice against CPU on the left, I guess. I'm not sure. And I guess like your next queue and stuff is more by itself. Although I guess if you're on the right, you can easily screen watch if you're kind of looking to the left side anyways, right? All right, let's get started here. All right, so we have Rhythm on the left and Nathan on the right. Good luck, have fun. Rock saying, I like playing on the right side. Means I wasn't. That's a good point. If you're on the right side, that means you found a match. Someone was waiting for you on the left. That's a good point. It's great logic, actually. Yeah, I used to always want to be red and connected as well, Oliver. That's a good point. I don't know why that ever changed. It doesn't really matter to me at this point. All right, so Nathan throwing down his own here. Looking pretty strong. This has some big number potential here. I don't know if Nathan is in the Curb Tris club, but that was a fat ultimate Tris, 49 attack. See if Rhythm has what it takes here. So you can see in the bar between the matrix and the zone meter for Rhythm, there's little divots between each of the shining blue bars, right? That means that signifies how strong the attack is that's going to be coming onto your side if you don't clear a line. So you can kind of place a few blocks. So as we saw there was a massive, I guess, chunk, whatever you want to call it, of garbage coming in that you can see on that sidebar. So that allows you to kind of know how many pieces you can place before the attacks are going to hit you. And or before you're going to top out. So Nathan put a lot of pressure onto Rhythm here. Rhythm might have an out, does have a half zone if needed to use. Ooh, that was unfortunate. Early top out. You guys are welcome to run that back. I think that was under 5 minutes. Some more playtime in there. Been also playing Poi Poi Tetris 2 recently. Okay. Poi Poi Tetris 2 can be good practice in a different way. Because of how the attacks work, you kind of have to know how to play aggressively and how to... there's different macro play without zone in place. I think they're going to go back into a match here. They're discussing it here on Discord. All right, looks like Rhythm is going to apply a buff there just to even it up here because Nathan is crushing it. And once you two are ready, I'm ready. Yeah, +1 should be enough for them. All right, hopping back into it. Trying to beat my record on all clear. Your best is 36. Interesting. Are there any all clear puzzles you're struggling with in particular? Right side for sure. Have you seen the queue for a score attack? Yeah, I guess I don't think about it too much when it comes to left or right preference. Speaking for myself personally, I tend to kind of just look in the corner of my eye. I don't necessarily like... Well, that's one thing too. I use colored pieces for that reason. I know everyone approaches it differently. We have some amazing players that don't use colored pieces, so it depends on how you perceive the game and how you read it. Okay, so Nathan going for a zone here. Not quite the massive 20 we saw earlier, but still looking quite healthy. And Rhythm should have a pretty fat zone here, starting with that Tetris. Especially, so we have a buff +1 on Rhythm's side, so we might see a big number here. Oh, what do we got? 57 attack. And Nathan Okay, decisive zone there just to buffer it a little bit, but should have more than enough room to tank this first one. Some misdrops, so we'll see if Nathan can clean this up here. Ooh, barely. That was close. But Rhythm taking it. Game 1, massive zone. Ooh, this time Nathan with the early top out. I guess what goes around comes around. And Rhythm taking set number 2 here. And we will move on. No decider set. You guys are welcome to do a decider set in your free time if you would like on the side here. But GG's. Thank you, Rhythm and Nathan, for showing up here. All right. Who do we got up next? Let's run the Discord bot here. Or I'm sorry, we already know. It's going to be Got Yo Sauce and Shock. That sounds like a pretty good matchup. Got Yo Sauce and Shock. When you're ready, make your way to the lobby. Got Yo Sauce, have you... you said you were on the grind maybe a few weeks back, but maybe we'll see the fruits of your labor here. Ooh, looks like Pac-Man actually able to connect into a lobby. That's good. That bodes well for the future if Pac-Man finds a match here. All right, so just waiting for Shock. If you're listening, Shock, we're ready for you. Hopefully, says Got Your Sauce. Well, what do you think? Have you been improving over the last month? Any this goes for anybody. Any roadblocks or anything that you're struggling with when it comes to zone battle? Trying to think. For a while, it took me a while to get into 6-3 stacking because I was so comfortable with 9-0 stacking. That was a roadblock for me. Sometimes learning to counter rotate versus, I don't know if any of you still triple rotate, meaning you only use one of the rotate directions. Some of those like little things, the more little things you learn kind of adds up. And just the flow of the match. There's a lot of macro play when it comes to zone battle because of the back and forth aspect that's not present in like either of the score attack modes. My grind is reaping less and less results. Yes, you're going to have that at some point, right? You're going to kind of hit a slope that might be harder to climb if you really want to see improvement. I can't do T-spins at even medium speed to save my life. Yeah, that's going to be a repetition thing most likely. And or I always recommend watching top players, maybe slowing down their gameplay and see how they keep the stack so clean. I feel like with good pattern, not so much pattern recognition, but knowing optimal ways to set up T-spins and just having good game knowledge could also, you won't think about it as much. Then you're thinking more about, okay, when do I want to attack versus when do I want to take attacks, and think about kind of the fun back and forth aspect of it. Is there a clear advantage on learning more than double T-spins? So there definitely is an advantage to learning T-spin triples in the sense that there's going to be optimal moments when you are down stacking late game to mix in T-spin triples. And just depending on the state of the board, if you make a misdrop, sometimes you can fix a misdrop with like some goofy spins or a T-spin triple. Oftentimes from the top players, you'll see a lot of what is called a C spin, like the letter C, which utilizes a T-spin triple into double when you're down stacking. Thing about stacking T-spin doubles, you tend to have cleaner stacks in a way where you can like get into the counterattacks with the gray garbage that's on your board, right? Whereas T-spin triple stacks tend to be more, it's harder to transition out of. But I would recommend like the C spin. C-spin. Not C as in the ocean, but as in the letter. All right, let's hop into it. Looks like Shock and Got You Sauce are ready. There we go. I was catching up. So Shock on the left, rocking the golden Tetraminos. Got Your Sauce on the right with the traditional classic colors here. Shock generally on our showcases will display really good fundamental stacking with 9-0 well, meaning that your open well is on the right side. But I know Got You Sauce has been practicing T-spin play, so we'll see if that comes in the mix here. Now getting back to why T-spins are good in zone battle, the attack power of a T-spin matches a Tetris for the most part, so one, you're going to get more back-to-back bonuses, given that there's less lines cleared. And two, just straight up, like a T-spin double is only 2 lines, while matching the attack power of a Tetris, meaning that you can really send a lot of attacks per minute to your opponent. But as with... there's a caveat with that, as a lot of you have mentioned. T-spins can be hard. Before you kind of figure out, before you recognize the patterns and such that come with it, if you kind of mess up your T-spin stacks, it can jeopardize your board and cause issues, right? So, ooh, Got You Sauce forgot to use the zone there. Had a big chunk of garbage coming in from Shock, so Shock kind of getting away with the win there. I say getting away with, but was putting up some big numbers, so nicely played. But yeah, to anyone that has been struggling with T-spins, I recommend to persevere, because it is very satisfying when you can when it clicks. You'll have an aha moment one day, as long as you're putting in the time. And it adds a whole new level of depth to the Tetris gameplay. Now, of course, if you are perfectly happy with traditional Tetrising, like we see from Shock here, just hitting that 9-0 well. Heck, I did that for a while too. Just because that is one advantage of Tetris's actually is. Oh man, that was a rough misdrop. I don't know if you can get out of this one, Shock. So Got You Sauce pulling one this time. An advantage of Tetrising early on in zone battle is it charges your zone faster. So typically you're going to see top players, barring players like Siake Gohan, just kind of spamming Tetrises, getting that zone going, just for getting that early zone charge and maximizing that first zone attack. And or to have your zone insurance ready in case anything were to go poorly, or if you have any misdrops. Yeah, downstacking combos is powerful in Phase 3 for sure, when the garbage is messy. That takes a lot of practice, kind of figuring out when to downstack, when to counterattack with your own attacks, whether it be a Tetris, a T-spin, or a combo. Which stacking type is better for setting up T-spins? When it comes to zone battle, I think there isn't one clear answer. I think what is generally recommended is what's called 6-3 stacking. It can be easier to set up the T-spins while mixing in the speed necessary to get a lot of Tetrises to get your zone going. But the thing about zone battle, which is trickier than, say, something like score attack, where the clear answer is ST stacking, is that the incoming garbage is going to change where it spawns, right? So the well is always changing, meaning you have to know how to stack your open well in any column. So knowing how to mix in T-spins and being adaptable to wherever the well is important. But generally, I would recommend either A, especially if you're new to T-spins, and chat, feel free to suggest your own things. A, you could start with a 9-0L, kind of what Shock has here. Ooh, putting on enough pressure there, and got your sauce up high. Not able to skate out of that one. I think maybe triggered zone a little too late. But nice match between you two. Kind of similar numbers. Feel free to play some extra matches on the side here. GG's. Yeah, so 9-0 stack and mixing in what's called the Kaidens, which is like propping an S or Z piece against the side, throwing some T-spins here and there or there. And like I said, 6-3 stacking, which is kind of like meta for moving quickly with Tetrises, and it's pretty easy to set up T-spins in a 6-3 stack. All right, so who's up next here? Yeah, GG's got you sauce, and Shock, of course, feel free to keep playing. Okay. Who's up next here, Fairbot? Oh, Pac-Man and Vile Phoenix. So Pac-Man's already in here. Vile Phoenix, 888. You are up. Lobby code is in the Discord. And if anyone is new here, if you just got Tetris Effect on a Steam sale or something like that, yeah, we run these events just about every Friday that's open to us. So, yeah, join us on our Discord at discord.gg/enhance, and make sure you have that community event role to be notified of our showcases. And yeah, we'll be mixing in some Luminous showcases on these Friday slots as well. Luminous Remastered and, of course, our upcoming title, Luminous Arise, which I hope some of you are excited for. I hope all of you are excited for. I am extremely excited. Which is why you may have heard me say Burst earlier instead of Zone, because we've been playing a lot internally on the enhanced side. Can't wait for you guys all to play it. Okay. Aw, oh, Boom Blixer can't play tonight. Next time, Boom Blixer. Yeah, just looking for Vile Phoenix. Who is offline on Discord, Ferox, if you have a keen eye like me. If we need to mix in somebody else. Okay, yeah, we can do Mike and 50 Chips first. Mike and 50 Chips, make your way to the lobby. Pac-Man, yeah, you can join me in a spectator slot. What's that background music? That's the Flames track from, I believe, Ritual Passion is the stage name, and then Journey Mode, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. From the official mastered tracks from the Tetris Effect Connected soundtrack, courtesy of Hydelic. Ah, okay. Yeah, we can wait for Vile Phoenix, excuse me. Vinyl Phoenix, we're talking music. Alright, looks like Mike and 50 Chips, Glitch Chips are here. Let's get started. Look kind of fun, you too. Uh-oh. I'm not supposed to talk during this part, but it keeps spinning. Can you hear somebody talk in the void of space? I don't think so. I'm trying to roleplay here. Yeah, it's time to tell people. Ooh, we're in. Hype. Hypest moment of the night. All the tournament organizers out there just got chills from the game actually loading. Okay. So we've got glitch chips on the left. I believe this is a new face to our community showcase. Welcome in. And we have Mike on the right. Another clash of monocolor versus the traditional colors. I do love the golden hue garbage of the right player when they're using the monocolor skin. Alright, so glitch chips entering zone here. Looking for a little bit of a combo. If all else fails, I see glitch chips is kind of throwing some... I'm just going to say chips, make it easy. It's kind of throwing some speed into it, so despite not getting some Tetrises later on in that zone, still should be able to throw some speed and get a nice line bonus, right? And it has that quarter zone in case anything were to go awry here, but able to tank that. Has an open well there in column number 5 if they can get to it in time, and have a nice counterattack. Look at this, nice combo play. Meanwhile, Mike setting up for a Tetris. But not for the triple. I respect that, just knowing that going for the triple at that moment allowed Mike to block the incoming attack and kind of safely get into that Tetris. So Mike's going to trigger a half zone here. So we have a half zone from Mike versus a full zone from Chips. I think Mike will leave the zone first. We'll see if Mike can get some charge. Actually managing to put on enough pressure during that half zone. Nicely played. Triggering zone early is a good strategy as long as you can maximize it. You really have to maximize it. As long as you get at least some lines cleared there. I think Mike got 10 there. Was able to get some pressure put on. Generally, you're going to get bigger zone attacks, bigger firepower out of max zone charge, but going for those half zones, quarter zones, say you have like a combo waiting for you, you have a double Tetris setup and a follow-up, why not trigger that quarter zone and throw your opponent off? You might not be ready to handle that just yet. So you can kind of make good macro plays if you were to zone sooner than the max zone. But generally, you're going to see most players wait for that max zone. It's the meta game. It's the right play. Well, right play is arguable, but it's a conservative play and usually a right play. Okay. Does anyone here in the chat swear by quarter zones or anything like that? I generally like to quarter a half zone if I have a combo ready, just to kind of mix it up and throw off the player, especially if the opponent won't have if you can force them to zone. That's another good thing about triggering your zone early, is if you send a quarter zone or a half zone and your opponent's going to be forced to zone, there's merit to doing that attack. You're setting the pace. You're going to have your next charge ready. Aurora saying we love the golden garbage too. Yeah, if Chips was using it, it would be diamond. At least the color of Minecraft diamonds. That's the official Crayola color, Minecraft diamond. Alright, so Chips first enter the zone here. Might have to end this early, but moving quick enough that Chips will be A-okay in getting the next zone charge going here. Finds a nice double, trying to clean up, given the incoming pieces here. Ooh, look at that, mixing in that T-spin. Mike has good potential for an attack here. Ooh. These extra few lines from 17 to 20 can be game-changing. That's a massive 40 attack from Mike, and turning it around here, going into game 3. Yeah, Chips rocking the trebuchet. So we got like a trebuchet versus a warship. Kind of a fitting battle. Which one wins IRL? Trebuchet or warship? I feel like the trebuchet has an advantage here. Like siege from the land. Catapult, excuse me. I just like the word trebuchet. All right, looks like Mike pulling a fast one there in game 3. Happens to the best of us. But that's a good matchup here. So, Chips, thank you for making it out to your first showcase here, and Mike taking the W. But you guys are welcome to continue playing on the side if you'd like in our Discord channel if you want to get some extra games in. Seems like this is a good matchup here. The rivalry of warship and our ballista. All right. So who's up next here? I think Vile Phoenix might be back. Okay, Vile Phoenix is back, so you can probably go back into the Pac-Man Vile Phoenix matchup if you two are ready. Yeah, definitely GG's. Had to switch it up a bit. I liked seeing the mix-in of the half zone gameplay, Mike. All right, looks like Vile Phoenix is in here. Just waiting for Pac-Man. All right, Pac-Man's in here. Playing from the Nintendo Switch 2, I believe. Hailing from Great Britain. Good luck, have fun. No, Mike, I think that's a good idea. Like, sometimes if I'm playing, it's good to mix up strategies if you are at a disadvantage, right? Well, in your case, you were after game 1. But if I'm playing better players, I like to maybe just throw them for a loop and try to do quarter zones or something just to mix it up. Maybe I'll get lucky kind of thing, if you know what I mean. It's good to take risk when you are not the better player. Not saying that that was the case here, but just a word of advice. Ooh, oh, that's unfortunate. Actually, Vile Phoenix might be. Oh no, ran into a couple misdrops there up high, unfortunately. Pac-Man, I'm going to take a quick one, but I think Vile Phoenix will be a-okay if those misdrops did not occur. Ooh, Phoenix. I like this, setting up for some combo play, it looks like. Combos are... I think combos are easy to understand, right? So I don't... I think they're just a fun playstyle to try out if you are newer to Tetris. And of course, you can kind of expand on that combo gameplay. Expand it to like a 2 wide to 3 wide, then 4 wide when you're a pro combo player. 2 wide is pretty easy to understand. Just set up that open 2 column, then pretty much any piece can be thrown down there, right? The only caveat with that, as we can kind of see here, is when you set up a combo, it can be harder to downstack quickly if you don't fully execute your combo. So we have these open column and column 4 on Vile Phoenix's side, but unfortunately not going to be able to get there. Let's definitely run this one back. You two can keep playing there. I think I can see Vile Phoenix taking on Pac-Man here. Run it back. Run it back. All right. Oh, little double hard drop there from Vile Phoenix. Not a big deal. Pac-Man's keeping the gameplay nice and clean. It's going for straight Tetris well here. Looks like Vile Phoenix has the speed though, so if there were to be a nice downstacking situation like we see right here, I think Vile Phoenix is going to want to find the diamond blue hue garbage blocks there just to find a nice counterattack. Kind of use Pac-Man's power against him. I need to use that zone sooner than later if the pressure continues. There we go. Pops the zone. A tough situation. Yeah, that long bar could be tricky. Has to counter rotate that to survive there. So pressure up high, and that long bar cannot spawn in there without initially rotating it. So Pac-Man putting on the pressure. But yeah, like speed is pretty similar here. I like this. Got a nice center column from Vile Phoenix. This time keeping it pretty clean. So this could bode well for our new player here. Ooh, that's a rough misdrop. Really rough misdrop. Oh no. That was going to be a sick combo. Unfortunately, had a misdrop on the left side there, blocking the well. That's the last thing you want when you're set up in combo. Yeah, rip MD. We can all relate to that one, Vile Phoenix. Ooh. All right, well, GG's. And yeah, you two are welcome to keep playing on the side, Vile Phoenix and Pac-Man, if you're looking for some extra games. I know Pac-Man's usually down to keep playing if you're looking to get some vengeance, Vile Phoenix. All right. Let's try to hop on to our next round here. So we got Zier and Nobody. You two are up. Nobody the player. What else we got on our docket later? Any matches? Ooh, we got Call Me Star, Policy, Ocean in the Searching Queue. Oh, there's a lot of matches. I guess we already played the 90 match. So yeah, let's keep this moving. A lot of zone battlers tonight. Such a nobody. That's rude, Mikey. Okay. Zero is in here. And nobody is in here. Once you two are ready, I'm ready. Good luck, have fun. And I'm going to be a megaphone for Pac-Man. Pac-Man's looking for some extra games in the Discord thread, if anyone wants to keep playing. Did we just have a double DT opener? I feel like that is rare nowadays. This is not Puyo Puyo Tetris. Alright, well, so yeah, we had a double T-spin triple into a T-spin double opener for both players, so starting off a little spicy here. Okay, nobody finding another double into a triple there. So showing some good T-spin knowledge, always fun to watch. Props the Z piece against the wall there to kind of create a clean T-spin into a down stack. So you're first in the zone. Has a T-spin zero waiting, so can just set down stack from there, yeah. Might need to find that quarter zone. There we go. Gets a quarter zone, and yeah, triggers it. As long as some lines are cleared, this should kind of level out, especially if Zero can find that. Oh no, that misdrop. No. No. Nobody takes game number 2. Or game number 1. Blah. All right. So you're opening with that Tetris into a little baby combo. One thing about keeping the board low early on is you can easily kind of just prepare to maximize off of your opponent's attacks and counterattacks. So because now Zier, because of that combo, they were kind of keeping low to the board and adapting to whoever this incoming well was going to appear. That's a really good strategy for phase 1. Generally, you kind of Tetris until you see where the open well is, and then you want to kind of navigate there so that you can kind of tank and set up big counterattacks. So nicely played from Zier. Ooh, using IRS there, the initial rotation system I was talking about, to hit that 20. If Zier was not holding left rotate there, that piece would not have spawned outside of the ordinary spot, and that 20 would not have been executed, putting a lot of pressure on a nobody. Another DT cannon open for both players. By the way, if you want to learn that, it's a fun opener. I feel like it's a good intro opener to learn if you're trying to just pick up any T-spin double opener, triple into a double. Packs a bit of a punch and adapts into other games as well. Alright, so nobody able to use that zone to kind of stay alive there. Now, nobody may know that they're kind of losing on the firepower battle here between the zones. But however, because nobody did end that zone sooner, it's kind of on a rush to get as much charge as they can to prepare to brace for impact here. And I feel like with this 3/4 zone, nobody was fast enough. Oh, okay. Actually, and brace for impact. So kind of worked out. I didn't see quite the firepower of Zera's attack there, but now nobody's putting on the pressure, and we got a lot of interchanging wells here, so not going to be an easy down stack either. Now this time, Zera is the one that's going to want to try to race for some zone charge here. So far, so good. I see a nice down stack possibly here. Might need a, yeah, has to trigger that. Ooh, use this long bar. I'm not sure. Ooh, actually might be able to survive this. Gets a quarter zone, very nice. Oh man, it's looking tough now. Ah! As here does top out. GG's, nice set. Nobody stepping up the speed there significantly in game 3. Schmoving along. But yeah, GG's. You two are welcome to keep playing on the side if you want to fight back Zera. Nicely played, you two. Up next. Who's up next? I think Grasspelt and Gabster. Gabster, if you two are ready. Oh, are we doing a custom? Oh, I should know better. Grasspelt, and that goes for anybody if you want to try some custom settings for your debut here on the community showcase. I'm always open to it. So we're going to do zone duration very long and zone meter fill very fast. So we're doing big zones here. That sounds fun. Let me get that changed for you too. That's it, right, Grasspelt? Just fast zone and longer zone. That should be fun. Okay. I think Grasspelt will ready if I'm correct. Okay, cool. I think I'm ready for you two. Good luck, have fun. Is the game ready for you two? Now that's another question. Maybe somebody was trying to join at an odd time or something. If that's the case, I might need to reset here. Looking that way. All right, let's reset this lobby. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, Gabster. I need to reset. Tetris, you got a match tonight? Beck, decide what Tetris games did you utterly love growing up? Probably, I think Tetris DS was when I played the most growing up. And Tetris Friends actually has a... Tetris Friends and Tetris Online Japan have a sweet spot for me because it kind of got me engrossed into the community and meeting a lot of people that I'm still friends with today, so. All right, let's get this lobby going here. What about you, Mike? And that goes for anybody. Of course, Tetris Effect, everyone's favorite Tetris game, hands down. What are some of your favorite Tetris games, everyone else? Okay. Lobby. Tetris Worlds? Yeah, I had Tetris Worlds. I didn't get quite as hooked on that though. Has a fun vibe to it though. Yeah, for me it was Game Boy Tetris into... Oh, I had another one between that. I had Tetris Worlds. Was it just Game Boy Tetris? I played a lot of Game Boy Tetris. All right, we should be good to go here. You two are ready. TI-84 Tetris. Oh, you know what I actually played a lot? This was my other game. It was called In Blocks. I think In Blocks eventually was on Tetris Friends, but that was like an early 2000s PC Tetris game that I had on my desktop. I played that a lot, and that kind of explains where a lot of my weird Tetris habits probably first started. that was the gap filler for me. Anyways, we're in a zone battle here, and we have some custom settings. So we have zone battle. We have the zone meter charges very fast, and it lasts very long. So this is going to be more zone than you can handle here. And it could go on very long. I have a feeling it's going to go into phase 3 for sure. True zone battle. Oh, I think Grasspelt had... okay, oh, they're going for a big zone instead. Let's find an interesting 20 solve. I think Grasspelt does like to fish for those curve trisses. That's a strong suit. But Gabster, aka Pex, hitting that clean 19 zone and evens it out. Gabster seems pretty fast. He's getting a lot of speed. Ooh, look at that. That was clean. 41 attack Perfectress from Grasspelt. Gabster with a 1838 attack. So yeah, some potential for some big in-game numbers here with all the zone happening. As the APM will be higher if you're entering more zones. Hexaper is setting up the combo there to kick off the zone. Highly recommend doing so. Get that line bonus sooner than later. Put on pressure against your opponent. This could be a pretty big zone to hit Grasspelt with. Grasspelt doesn't tank that chunk, so it's going to have to hit something big here on phase 3. I think the key here is, will Grasspelt find a way to survive after this? Actually, I think this should probably negate most of it. Let's see. Yeah. It's just that Gabster has a nice zone meter lead. But because we still have quick zone charge, it's not taking long for Grasspelt to get caught up. This is just regular bag. The only thing that was changed is the zone charge. And the zone duration. I like Gabster's just kind of quick to the punch the zones, not really overthinking going for the Alpentresses and whatnot. So we have a clash of play styles here. Whereas Grasspelt likes to get these, and both have their merits, right? Get in the zone and kind of get on with things. Or you could craft this masterful 21 Curptress, and even if you're fishing for it, it'll make up for that lost time where you're just kind of thinking it through. Nice Tetris. So zone duration, which is usually an overtime mechanic in Phase 3, is not really going to be too much of a hindrance because they have the zone duration set to very long. So we have infinite zone to some extent. It's really, I feel like it's going to come down to who can hit a fat zone. And yeah, it's going to come down to a really big zone pretty much. A real zone battle. Alright, evened out. Grasspelt has some misdrops to deal with here. Some rough ones. Let's see if Grasspelt can find a creative way to deal with it. Gabster kind of sticking to this 2-7 build. Navigating over to the right side. Grasspelt entering the zone, max zone. Going for a combo. And so is Gabster. I feel like Gabster's combo might pack some extra APM, whereas Grasspelt's was more downstacky, for lack of a better term. Pretty crazy match. So much so that I may have to rethink allowing a very long zone in the future. That being said, both players, they seem to be on an even skill level, so I don't think it's entirely the rule set here. Alright, 13 line, 16 line, 27. I feel like Grasspelt would have wanted something a little higher here. We'll see if Gabster can take advantage of that situation. Ooh, actually, yeah, not really. Kind of matching Grasspelt there. So now it's kind of in Grasspelt's court. Grasspelt can hit a huge zone here. Actually putting on pressure, forcing this zone, and now Grasspelt has this max zone. Setting up a combo here. I'm gonna tank this and probably enter, yeah. That's a good point, Light Rod. Unless you're going like lightning speed, right? You have like a center too wide or something. Alright, this pressure is going to be difficult to overcome here for Gabster. Just get that quarter zone. Might have a way out. Grasspelt's kind of building up another combo here, and it's probably the right move. Just a killing blow, if I may. But we'll see if Gabster can build up a defense here. And Gabster was able to build up a defense. Lo and behold. So whoever said endurance mode earlier is spot on. Oh man. Grasspelt sabotaging our showcase. If this goes on, this might have to be our only game, unfortunately. With that being said, let's see how long he can go at this point. We are at the 10-minute mark. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like they've had really even back and forth when it comes to zone attack power and stuff like that. So they're on an even skill level, probably on vanilla as well, without any rule changes. So when you add in changes that make it easier to survive, it's going to be quite an epic match like we see now. So at this point, let's lean into it. We'll see, Ferox. Grasspelt is setting precedent here. Imagine you ran this rule set on like a tournament. How long would that bracket take? Okay. Oh man. Grasspelt's actually close to topping out here. Gabster tanks it. Okay. I think if Gabster moves quick here, it's going to put on a lot of pressure. Grasspelt has that half zone. This is 100% the only game you two are allowed to play, by the way. Oh, Gabster takes it. 12-minute round. GG. Look at that, like even stats. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's entirely the rule set. I think it's also very, very even gameplay. Yeah, Grasspelt, if you could do me a solid if you're listening and top out, I would appreciate that. Just so we can get the other games going here. Welcome into Zago. Hope the summer showdown went well. And I don't know if Grasspelt can hear me. Watch this game be like 1 minute. Oh. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Either way, Grasspelt, I think that was an epic game. So, GG's. Thanks for enlightening us on zone duration and fast zone charge. It's kind of a fun, it'd be a fun practice rule set if you're playing with a buddy, as we see here. All right. So who do we have up next? Grasspelt 1A. No, that's totally fine. I appreciate the experiment. Have we not done that before? I really, it's hard to tell because I do think that rule set will extend the match, but you two seem to be very even in skill as well, so it's going to be a long match regardless. All right, so we have Tetro versus Tetri. That's going to be fun for commentary. Tetro and Tetri. Make your way to the lobby. Looks like Tetri's in here. And yeah, nice job, Gapster, if you're listening, for keeping up with Grasspelt there. Grasspelt has pretty good zone play, so nicely done. There's a lot of back and forth there. Is there a Tetra? We need more in the Tet family. Pac-Man saying my hands were cramping just watching that game. I've had like a 12-minute game. I feel like I don't know what my record is, but any of you may know if you run into a player of a similar skill level, the match can go on for quite a long time, which is cool. But I feel like I've only had that happen once, maybe. Like one 12-minute game. I've had a handful, maybe a 10-minute plus. Oh, let me fix the settings here. Okay. 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 We should be good. Tetrium, yeah. Right, Oliver, yeah. Sometimes you'll have the most epic round, and then the next round 7 seconds. Or you misdrop right away. Can relate. Can relate. Balatro chat. I had a Balatro phase maybe a few months ago. It's a fun game. All right, so we have Tetri versus Tetro. Tetri on the left, Tetro on the right. Good luck, have fun. And yeah, we're climbing the ladder here. We're seeing some very skilled players in the mix. Tetri with a really fast zone here. Very nice. That's one thing to note. So if you start your zone with a lot of resources on the board, you're going to have a faster zone, which means, in a way, your zone efficiency is going to be up just because of time spent in the zone. Is Tetro there? Is Tetro tanking this? Oh, desync. No, Tetro boy, no. All right, well, let's remake that lobby. Tetro boy, shake my head. All right, I'm gonna drop a new code in the Discord. Tetro boy receiving public shame in the Discord. The wholesome Discord known as the Enhance Discord. Join at discord.gg/enhance if you haven't already. All right, Tetri on the left. And Tetro on the right. Deja vu. You two are ready? I'm ready. Good luck. Have fun. Tetro Boy is tier 5. Working the way up. Yeah. Looking like we have a little lag on Tetro Boy's side, but we'll play through it. By the way, if you see this in-game, they are not cheating. It's just a little bit of lag, little shenanigans. Just to save you the Zendesk ticket. Okay. Exactly, policy. Ooh, oh, okay. The Tetro Boy slideshow, I was fearful for a moment. Well, looking like they did actually misdrop a few times there. And Tetri taking game numero uno. Tetri going for some 2-7 action to start things off. Commonly referred to as 7-2. But it has not opened well in column number 2 there, so I'm going to have to roll with this 8-1 for a little bit. Well, Tetro Boy looking poised to have a big zone here. We have that column 5 with just about 2.5 Tetris, just about 3 Tetrises. Could probably stack up one row as well. I'm gonna just T-spin through it and move at the speed of light for a huge Ultimatris. Not beating the hacks allegations after that one. Ooh, Tetri with this. Oh my god, Tetri just got messed up. Oh, that's funny. That's amazing. It's probably because of how we're seeing it on our side, if that makes sense. Because Tetro Boy was moving so fast from what we can see. I don't know if Tetro Boy themselves would have had 1K. You can't get some really crazy zone APM numbers, but yeah, I think it was just because of how we're viewing the game right now and the latency. No, Tetro Boy may top out here or may disconnect. Oh, no. They're back. Back with a vengeance. Can they fight through the... Alright, well, Tetri takes the dub in a very viewable game here. GG's. Tetra Boy with a little bit of lag, but just have some fun with it here. We saw some DTs mixed in. 1000 zone power. All right. Just about how I would expect the Tetro matchup to play out. All right, so we have Bubbles and Tizago up next. That's quite the matchup. I know Tizago will be making out to a live event next week. Excuse me. And I feel like Bubbles isn't going anymore. That could have been a matchup next week, but all right. But either way, this should be a good matchup. I haven't seen Bubbles play in a long time, so I'm excited. Is this our final match? Let's see. With Twiz and Cool Matt. Then Mike and Ocean, okay. Is that right? Ferox? All right, looks like Bubbles is in here. Then Tizago, and you ready? We're ready for you. Oh, okay. I don't know if we can get to all these matches. I might have to be the bad guy and cut the queue here at some moment. Because I need to finish some other things before I head out for the night. We'll just play what we can, and then I'll be the bad guy. But yeah, is Tizago on the way? Tizago, are you out here? Lurking in the chat. Oh, you were in a game, okay. No problem. In the stream right before a curve twist happens. That would make me the bad guy for sure. Oh yeah, no problem. Always happy to host these. This is a nice, it's a win for me, right? I love watching Tetris and talking about Tetris, hanging out with the community. So, yeah, glad you all participated, and yeah, be sure to keep hanging out with us. Join us week by week here, and/or even we move into Luminous. I think, yeah, I definitely recommend you guys check it out when we have our Luminous Fridays as well. Player refused to die. Tizago is fighting me. All right, so we got Tizago versus Bubbles. Good luck, have fun, you two. Should be a good matchup. How practiced are you, Bubbles? I feel like I saw you on Zone Battle recently, so maybe getting some games in. But do not underestimate Bubbles, who I think has maybe was taking a break from the game, but has seemed to be fairly active recently. So, speaking of active, I know Tizago's been on a tear, constantly climbing in the last year. So we'll see if Tizago has what it takes here. Yeah, for the showcases, we loop through the 1v1 modes, and so we do 2 1v1 modes, then teams. right, both players entering the zone. Tizago bringing the speed, kind of propping these Z pieces on the right side to set up the T-spins. Tizago's really good at actually, both these players are pretty good at finding curve trisses. I think Tizago might have a slight edge there, but we'll see if Bubbles can prove me wrong on that. Tizago setting up the super T-spin over that column 9. Nicely done. So 2 T-spin doubles. Although one of them was a misdrop, so that is a brutal misdrop. We'll see if Tizago can find an easy way out of this. Maybe utilize that half zone. Mixes in the Z spin. Oh man, this is tough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use that S spin. See if Tizago. Oh, that misdrop. Oh. So some misdrops there, meaning that Bubbles is putting on the pressure. 121.97 from Bubbles. All right, so both players speeding through with a 6-3 opener. Tizago could do a Vitz here. Decides to instead do the logical play and set up a T-spin double there. My classic brain wanted to see an eyepiece tucked in there. Going to have to zone, yeah. So Tizago zones up a little high. 6 lines, 18 attack. Does have a lot of time to charge up the next zone, however. But Bubbles definitely favored right here. Oh, I like it. Tizago setting up some T-spin triples. Infinite T-spin triples. So, yeah, setting up the next set of them. That's an interesting way to fire back. Nicely played. Alright, Bubbles entering zone with a big combo here. Saw some T-spins and Tetrises. I'm going to try to mix in another T-spin double here. Getting towards the top. Can't really get over to that left without ending the combo. So going to have to settle, I say, with the 56 ultimate tris. We'll see if Tizago finding a perfect clear. Oh, they had another perfect clear, but misdropped the Z-spin, unfortunately. Fixes it up with that T-spin double. Very nice. To survive, gonna have to quarter zone. Need a huge down stack here as Bubbles is putting on the pressure. Oh man, he's no, good try, good try. Some nice plays out of Tizago there. Unfortunately, Bubbles putting on the pressure there. 127, 109, and GG's. GG's. Yeah, we loop through 3 1v1 modes. So here's what it is: 1v1 and 1v1 teams, but the 1v1 modes are just being looped because it's 3 1v1 modes, right? I know it sounds weird when I'm speaking it out vocally, but okay. I think we're gonna call it there. Sorry if anyone didn't make it into the matches. I do need to get some stuff done. I would play Zone Battle all night, or have that be my whole day shift if that made sense, but a loss. My position at Enhance is not a Zone Battle spectator. So, all right. GG's, everybody. Sorry, Twiz. We'll get you in next time as our regular. Just okay. You can still get your gold sticker. I'll put a gold sticker on your sheet if that makes you feel better because you are here and participating. But yeah, with that being said, I encourage you all, if you want to keep playing. I know some of you like to keep playing in our thread following, or head to the Play Together channel on the Discord. Yeah, plenty of you are on, and it seems like there's plenty of even matches if you guys want to keep it going. So, yeah, GG's, everybody. Hope you all have a fun, safe weekend. Definitely stop by our Discord tomorrow for the full moon hangout. I don't know if we'll be there at the start of it, but yeah, we'll be hanging out playing the Weekend Ritual and some connected verses. So definitely stop by, play some games with us, and it's always a lot of fun. So I'll see some of you tomorrow in the Enhanced Discord. And for everyone else, have a good weekend. Play some Tetris. Play some other games if you want. What else? What else should I encourage you to do this weekend? Go out if the weather's nice. Touch some grass, maybe. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.